Hey, so I have competed in both the WBFF and NPC. So today I wanted to go over the differences between the two federations. This is a great video for anyone thinking about competing or just curious about bodybuilding and what is involved and the differences and different ways you can take it as well. We're going to be going over posing, judging, cost, as well as categories. In the sport of bodybuilding, there are many different federations and categories you can compete in. The WBFF and the NPC are two really large federations that I'm sure you've heard about, and there's a lot of differences between them. And honestly, I love both of them, and they're both awesome in their own rights, but there's a lot of differences. And if you are thinking of competing, it is worth doing a little bit of research, but I've done it for you. And I've also competed in both of them. So that's what we're gonna get into today. I first wanted to talk about the posing. This is one of the biggest differences in the federations are the posing. So NPC, depending on what category you're doing, you're going to have a really specific set of poses that you'll be judged on, and you have to nail those poses. Everyone is judged on the same poses. For the WBFF, you're gonna choose poses and a routine that suit your body, and this can be different. So your routine is something you're going to work on, and it is going to be more of modeling. So you can, change your routine and your poses to show your assets and to show your strong points. Where NPC, you're specifically compared on specific poses. So you really have to nail those poses, and there's no room for interpretation. This really segues well into the judging. So for judging in the WBFF, you're gonna be judged on freaking everything, and they're weighted evenly. So you're judged on your posing, but you're also judged on your transitions. You're judged on your walk, you're judged on your outfits, your overall zest in life you bring to the stage. So it can be really fun if you are really into fashion and you have a style. Like if you have a lot of tattoos, if you have crazy hair, and if you want to really play that up and bring that out, the WBFF is gonna, give you room for that. Where the NPC, you might actually get points taken off for bringing personal flair and style. So that is another big difference. The NPC, you're mainly judged on your symmetry, on those specific poses that we talked about. The NPC really is a bodybuilding competition. You are really comparing bodies, where the WBFF is, again, more of a pageant, a modeling, it's a show. Again, they're both freaking awesome, but that's a really big difference. So again, if you have tattoos, if you have a really personal flair, personal style that you want to bring to the stage, the WBFF, you're going to be able to show that. Difference 3 is the bikinis that you wear. The NPC is very cookie cutter. Depending on if you're doing bikini, you'll have a 2-piece suit. You can bedazzle it, you can put jewels on it, but the actual suit is going to be the same between person to person. If you're doing figure, you're going to have a suit that crosses in the back, so a 1-piece, and you can again bedazzle it however you want, but it is going to be a specific style of suit. The WBFF, you have a lot of different costume changes. You can have a little more flair with your suit, as well as the shoes. So WBFF, you can wear fashion shoes, where the NPC, you're going to be wearing those clear shoes. The WBFF, you can kind of run wild with those shoes. Some women even wear boots. And then if you're competing in bikini or wellness, you're going to also have a gown. And if you're competing in the fitness or physique category, you're going to have or fitness or figure category, you're going to also have theme wear, which you can just run wild with, and it's super fun. Cost, we're going to go over that next. Doing a bodybuilding show is expensive either way you do it. Even if you go the more used or do it yourself route, you're still going to be dropping a few G's. You will drop more money on the WBFF show. So NPC, you're going to have a cost to register with the NPC, which is about $135 when I make this video. It might go up. And then you're going to have a couple of $100 for the actual registering for the show. So a few $100s there. Your bikini will probably cost, a couple $100 to $1,000 tops for an NPC bikini. I got a completely custom one, most expensive I could pretty much get, and I think it was $890 3 years ago. So with coaching, I didn't have a posing coach, but I think nutrition coaching, bikini cost, I think it was around $5,000 with the coaching. I didn't get posing coaching because the figure poses were really simple. And it was my first show. I was just testing the water. For the WBFF, because the posing is so different, and for me it was really hard. I did hire a posing coach. That's about $800 for 6 weeks. $800. The actual registration for each category is $540. So if you want to register for multiple categories, it's going to cost you over $1,000. The tan and makeup, you go through WBFF's services, which is awesome because it's really organized. It's all in, the same room there. I had my makeup done really well, but the hair and makeup is another $540. So just with your registration and hair and makeup, that's $540. The costuming is also more money because it is, you're gonna have to have a gown. You're gonna have to have theme wear. I purchased used. And you're also gonna have to have a dress for registration. So for the WBFF, everyone's dressed up all the time. You don't just like walk in sweatpants. It's a whole freaking multi-day event where you are dressed up and glammed up. It's really fun, but it definitely, is a little bit more, and it's more expensive. Plus you have the stage photography and videography for both. For NPC, you'll probably want to purchase that too. So I would make sure to budget that in. So if you're doing like NPC over the top, that's going to be about $5,000 with everything, with coaching. If you're doing WBFF over the top with 2 categories, that's going to be probably closer to over $5,000. You could easily make a WBFF show, with travel cost almost $10,000. That said, if think of it as an investment. So with WBFF, you're going to be dressed up more. You're probably going to get more photos and videos. I found that a lot of the participants were really into taking photos and videos. So you'll come home from that with a lot more content, probably with a lot more memories. Where the NPC, you kind of show up in your sweats, you take them off, you have your bikini and you do it. For NPC, you can do your own makeup. I would not recommend that. But you could, hire your own makeup artist, get your own tan. Usually the tans, like I got my own tan because the tans at the shows were bad. So the one thing about the WBFF is everything is through them, everything is standardized, and they really, put out an effort to put on a great show and have great services there. So that is all taken care of for you. It is money, but it's awesome that it's all taken care of. I wanted to finish up just with categories because that's important too, right? So, both of them have categories based on your physique. So NPC will have bikini, which is an incredible physique, figure, so a little more muscular, a little leaner. There'll be a little more muscle definition. You have fitness that has a routine. It's hard to find a show with fitness in it. And there's also physique, which has a little bit more muscular posing, but you have to wear heels now. And then there's women's bodybuilding, which is pretty much getting phased out. Pretty sure. By the time I make this video, it might even already have been, which would be the most muscular. Within those physique, you also have age categories. So the NPC has a lot of age categories. You're gonna have your over 35, over 40, over 45, over 50, and over 60 in the NPC, which is a lot. So if you are an older competitor and you wanna compete with people your age, the NPC might be a really good choice for you just because they do have that over 60 category. So that's freaking awesome. The WBFF is gonna have your bikini model, your wellness model, which is a new category. NPC has a wellness class too, actually. They're both new, so I feel like both are kind of figuring out what they want for that category. You're also gonna have your fitness, your figure. The WBFF also has a transformation category. So if you, really you went through an incredible transformation, you really want to step on stage, but you don't really feel like you are competitive. I love that the WBFF has a transformation category. It is tear-wrenching. So you make a video and you still step on stage and it's freaking you know, it's amazing. The only thing is the WBFF does not have as many age groups. They have an over 35 and they have an over 40s, but that's it. If competing in your age is important to you, the NPC will have, you know, more options for you. So I really like that. So today we went over the differences in the posing, the judging, the bikinis, the cost, and the categories. I had a blast at both of the competitions. I think that they're both really fun. So some work for you if you're thinking of competing could be, why do I want to do this? If you want to compete in comparing your body and do true, like more bodybuilding, the NPC is for you, for sure. If you want to celebrate your body, get dressed up, have a fun, just dress up weekend, the WBFF is for you. That's what it felt like. Like we went to the mall, got costume jewelry, had a really fun time. We were dressed up wearing crazy shoes the whole time. It was really fun. So again, they're both worth it. I loved both competitions. I just think knowing your why do you want to do this? Do you actually want to compete in judging your body? If you don't, the NPC I think can be not the best choice. Or do you want to freaking have a great weekend, get dressed up, and I think celebrate? You know, it's more of a celebration and it's a show. It's fun. So with that said, what would you guys sign up for and why? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for stopping by, and I will talk to you soon.